Hello and welcome back to my channel. So this is part 2 of the transmission swap, and let's start from where we left off. Now it is as simple as bolting this down. When I was done with this shifter, I noticed that this is not so well isolated anymore. So what I will do is take this old rubber housing and cut all of the bottom away so it fits right over here, and hopefully it will work. So we'll cut this out and see what happens. And now when all of this is done, we can go ahead with the gear shift linkage. So this is ready and done. I welded it up here and also in the bottom. So now it's time for painting. Here it is, the final product, looking pretty good. The paint does not have to be perfect, but it will not rust anymore, so that's good. Before we put this in, we need to have a look at this part first, and I'm missing the rubber sponge in here, and so I ordered a new one, and it looks like this. It's supposed to go in here to make the shifts smoother and have a tighter gap between them. And to put this on, you just have to push it onto the gearbox and then put this little metal locker in, and then this little ring will push over it so it doesn't go out. It will be hard to get this on film, but I will try to film it when it's on. And here we have it, in place and ready to go. And now it's time for the drive shaft. So this is the old one, the M90 drive shaft, and this is the new one. It's from an M47, and it's supposed to work with this 6-speed gearbox I have in the car right now. If we have a look on this side of the drive shaft, the old one is 4-bolt and the new one is 3-bolt. And if you're gonna use this drive shaft, you also have to have this hardy. But before we put this new drive shaft in, we have to change this support bearing.
And we will actually use the old one that I have on my M90 drive shaft, because it's only been used for a half of a year. So that's kind of brand new, and we'll put this one on the new one.
Change of plans, guys. When I took this off, I remembered how hard it was to take it off, so I actually went and bought a new one. So I will be leaving the old one on the M90 drive shaft and put on a new one on the M47 drive shaft, because yeah, I will probably not make this. I can probably not take that off without damaging it or something like that. So I will be putting on a new one. So the support bearing is on. We will now test this on the transmission.
So the first half of the drive shaft is in, and as you can see, I have to extend the holes that was on this plate here to make the support bearing go a little bit further back, but otherwise it was no problem. So let's put in the second half. This spot here is supposed to line up with this marking on the second half of the drive shaft. So if you put it together as it was before, you should avoid any kind of vibrations. And of course we have to put grease on this as well before we put it in. We still haven't put in any bolts yet on the transmission, but that is okay for now. Now we'll start with the slave cylinder, and we will change this hydraulic hose as well. So we'll lower the car and take these out. Now when the old one is out, we can put in the new, and this should fit with the BMW slave cylinder. And it comes with everything you need, so it's just plug and play. And here is the new hose, and it's supposed to go on here on the slave cylinder. Okay, so everything is in place now. We need to bleed the system from air, so we'll start the process now. And to do that, we need to fill up this reservoir to the top. And you probably have to be 2 persons on this, so I recommend that. Be sure to get all the air out of the system. If you don't, it may or may not work as you want. So make sure you get all the air bubbles out of this when you bleed it. I will not be able to do this on film today, because we have to be 2 persons and I'm only 1 right now, so I will do this off camera. If you're not sure how to bleed the system, you can look it up on YouTube. It's pretty straightforward, so yeah, it should be no problem. So that's everything for this video. In the next one we will make sure we have all the gears in the gearbox and also that the clutch disengage as we want. So please like, share and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.